So thank you very much indeed. So I'm an adult neurologist, so I guess this is part of the expansion of the charity, which is a fantastic venture to see. And so I look after people who are 16 years or older, and certainly, obviously, children transit into the adult services, but also very importantly, leukodystrophies in their big way can express in adults, people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, or sometimes 60s. So with the dramatic expansion in genetic knowledge, we're starting to diagnose people in their adulthood. And that's why it's so exciting to see this umbrella organisation, Alex TLC. So I thought perhaps I'd tell you how I came to be involved, because my primary interest is actually multiple sclerosis, where there's been a revolution in treatment over the last 20 years. And hopefully that will be replicated over time with the leukodystrophies. But about 5 years ago, myself and other colleagues at Queen Square, which is around the corner from Great Ormond Street, were seeing patients who perhaps people thought had multiple sclerosis, or perhaps they thought that they had young onset dementia, but they just didn't look right in terms of the scanning appearances. And so, as an example of getting together, we got together with metabolic physicians, Robin Lackman, who of course you'll know, Elaine Murphy, X-ray specialists, genetic specialists, and neurologists from all fields, and we'd start to consider and discuss the details of these adults with these conditions. And slowly but surely, we developed and got our own knowledge together as to how we could start to, in a more efficient way, come to a diagnosis and understanding. Because as you see from the pediatric aspect, perhaps also even more from the adult aspect, we can spend a lot of time trying to diagnose these very rare conditions. Sometimes years go by before a diagnosis is made. And without a diagnosis, it's all a shifting sand before you can go on and think about support and treatment. So that's how we got ourselves together about 5 or 6 years ago, and we made ourselves write a sort of review, a sort of roadmap, if you like, which we published, so that the UK community, the world community, could see how we were operating. And we updated that a couple of months ago, which I think has fed into the website. So we're very, very keen, and this is a very exciting venture, to marry together, I think, under a broad umbrella, all of the leukodystrophies, the genetic leukodystrophies, whether they be coming out in pediatric or adulthood. There's a lot we can do together, particularly as the rapid advances in genetic knowledge occur. From the rapid advances will come one day treatments for these rare conditions. And I think this is very, very exciting as we, in a unified way, move forward together and try and understand and then ultimately treat these genetic leukodystrophies. So it's really a great pleasure, and thank you very much indeed for having me as part of your group. Thank you.